Hi guys, you're welcome back to my YouTube channel. In this video, I'm going to show us how to prepare fresh catfish and melon soup. Catfish is a protein giving food, and so you are going to see how I'm going to prepare this special dish. You can as well prepare it for your family. Keep watching as I'm going to show us all the ingredients that I'm going to use to prepare this special and delicious soup. Here are the ingredients for cooking my melon and catfish soup. Here I have my melon, a very fresh melon, well blended. I also have here bitter leaf. We all know that bitter leaf is very good for the body, and so I love it. I equally have here blended crayfish. Here is my chopped onions. Here I have my fresh tomato paste. I also have here seasoning cubes, and this is my salt to taste. First and foremost, I have sauced and steamed my catfish that I'm going to use. And so here are the ingredients. This soup is going to be a very delicious one. This is a fresh catfish that I have sauced and steamed. You can see it very fresh and inviting. This is what I'm going to use to prepare this special catfish and melon soup. My pot is on the fire. I'm using a non-stick pot, so I'm going to add my palm oil. I'm going to add the chopped onions. Then I will stir it gently. I don't want the oil to bleach. That is why I'm adding the onions immediately. I'm going to allow it for 1 minute so that the pot will heat before I will add my tomato paste. After 1 minute, I'm going to add my tomato paste and continue stirring it until it is fried. You can see that my fresh tomatoes is getting cooked. So I'm going to allow it for 5 minutes, then I'll be back. Meanwhile, I'm going to mix my egusi. While my tomatoes is still cooking, I'm going to mix my egusi, so I have to add some onions. Then I will mix it thoroughly. Remember, whenever you want to mix your egusi like this, you have to use a clean hand. Very clean. I have washed my hand thoroughly, and so it is very clean. After mixing it with hand thoroughly, I'm going to make use of spoon and also add water and mix it gently. Remember, we are going to add the water little by little because we don't want it to be watery. I have to continue stirring it until I have the desired texture. Yes, you can see that the melon has become like a paste. This is how I'm going to put it into my cooked fresh tomatoes. The tomato is dry enough. That is why you are seeing the oil coming out from it. And so it is done. So I'm going to add my egusi or melon, or we normally call it ikon in my language. So I'm going to add my ikon. This is how I'm going to add it little by little until it is exhausted. Normally back home, we normally use hand to put this. My mother used to use hand in doing this because it's more like a native soup. After adding everything this way, I'm going to cover it and allow it to cook for 2 minutes before I will check it. Wow! My ikon has cooked very well. You can see it. Now I am going to add my stock water. Here is my catfish stock water. I have to adjust it. Remember, if you are cooking this type of soup, you have to check the quantity of the melon. It is the quantity of the melon that determines the quantity of water that you will use. So I'm going to add a little water to it. Remember, it is fresh fish, and so fresh fish doesn't need plenty of water. I'm going to add the crayfish. I'm going to add my seasoning. Just 2 cubes of seasoning. Remember, I have added seasoning in the fish when I was steaming it, so I don't need to add plenty of it. I'm going to start adding my fresh fish. Remember, the fish is soft, so you have to add it gently to the soup so that it will not scatter. I'm going to add the remaining stock water. Then I will shake it a little. At this time, I'm going to allow it to cook for 2 minutes before I will add my bitter leaf. It appears that the soup is too thick, so I'm going to add some water. I have to add my bitter leaf. You can see that the bitter leaf is very fresh, and that is the reason why I'm adding it last, so that it will continue staying fresh. I have to taste for salt. Very delicious. I have to cover it for just 2 minutes before I will put it down and serve. My soup is cooking nicely. I have to turn it. You can see that the EGUSI or melon is, becoming like seed. This is how I want it. In turning this soup, remember, you have to be very careful because of the fish, so that all the fish will not break up. And as you're turning this soup, you can decide to use a spoon like this, or you can as well decide to use a pestle, depending on your choice. Wow, my soup is cooked well, and so I'm going to serve. You can see that my melon and catfish soup is ready. So interesting and inviting. This soup is mostly served in big restaurants, and you can have it in any local restaurant as well. Please don't fail to prepare this food at home for your family. My family loves it so much. If you love this video, don't forget to thumbs up and subscribe to my YouTube channel. Also share this video with your family and friends. See you in my next video. Bye.